On the peaceful planet of Velkar, where the air shimmered with hues of blue and purple, the inhabitants, known as the Velkari, led a tranquil existence. They were a curious species, known for their love of exploration and knowledge. One day, as they scanned the cosmos for signs of new life, their sensors picked up an unusual broadcast from a distant planet called Earth. The Velkari were intrigued. They had heard of humans, the inhabitants of Earth, but knew little about them. The broadcast was about something called extreme gardening, and it featured humans cultivating plants in the most hostile environments imaginable. Commander Norex, the leader of the Velkari exploration team, decided to investigate. "Prepare the ship," she ordered. "We must see this for ourselves." The Velkari were a technologically advanced race, but they had never considered the possibility of gardening as an extreme sport. Their own gardens on Velkar were lush and bountiful, benefiting from the planet's gentle climate and fertile soil. The idea of humans gardening in deserts, underwater, or in freezing temperatures was both fascinating and perplexing. The Velkari ship descended through Earth's atmosphere and landed in a remote area known as the Death Valley, one of the hottest places on the planet. As the Velkari disembarked, they were greeted by a group of humans, all wearing wide-brimmed hats and carrying an assortment of gardening tools. "Welcome to Earth," said a tall man with a sunburned face and a broad smile. "I'm Jake, and this is my team. We're here to show you what extreme gardening is all about." The Velkari were fascinated. The ground was dry and cracked, the air hot and stifling. Yet, all around them were plants, green, thriving, and vibrant. "How is this possible?" Norex asked, her eyes wide with wonder. Jake chuckled. "Humans have a saying, where there's a will, there's a way. We've learned to adapt and overcome the harshest conditions." The Velkari watched as the humans went about their work. They saw how Jake and his team used innovative techniques, drip irrigation systems to conserve water, shade structures to protect the plants from the scorching sun, and specially formulated soil to provide nutrients. It was clear that these humans were not just gardeners, they were pioneers. Jake and his team led the Velkari to a nearby area where they had set up a gardening competition. The goal was to grow the healthiest plant within a set time limit using only the resources available in the environment. The Velkari watched in amazement as the humans got to work. As the competition progressed, Norex and her team marveled at the humans' ingenuity and determination. They saw how the humans worked together, sharing tips and encouraging each other. "Why do you do this?" Norex asked Jake during a break. Jake wiped sweat from his brow and grinned. "It's about more than just growing plants. It's about pushing ourselves, learning new skills, and finding joy in the challenge. Plus, there's something magical about watching life flourish where it shouldn't." Norex nodded thoughtfully. "On Velkar, we never faced such challenges in our gardening. The environment is always favorable. I see now that overcoming adversity can bring out the best in us." Over the next few days, the Velkari traveled with the humans to other extreme environments. They visited Antarctica, where humans grew plants in specially designed greenhouses despite the freezing temperatures. They journeyed to the depths of the ocean, where underwater gardens bloomed with vibrant coral and seaweed. In Antarctica, the Velkari observed the humans working in insulated suits, setting up thermal lamps and hydroponic systems to nurture their plants. The contrast between the icy landscape outside and the warm, green oasis inside the greenhouse was striking. "How do you manage to keep the plants alive in such cold conditions?" asked Tilra, one of the Velkari scientists. "It's all about controlling the environment," replied Sarah, one of Jake's team members. "We use advanced technology to maintain the right temperature and humidity levels inside the greenhouse. It's like creating a little bubble of life in a sea of ice." Next, the Velkari accompanied the humans to an underwater research facility in the Pacific Ocean. Here, they saw how marine biologists cultivated underwater gardens filled with colorful corals and seaweeds. The humans used submersibles and specialized diving gear to tend to their underwater plants. Underwater gardening must be incredibly challenging, Norrex remarked as she watched a diver planting coral fragments on a reef. It is, said Dr. Roberts, the lead marine biologist. But it's also incredibly rewarding. We're not just growing plants, we're restoring damaged ecosystems and helping marine life thrive. In each place, the Valkyrie saw the same determination and creativity. Humans use technology, teamwork, and sheer willpower to turn the impossible into the possible. One evening, as they camped in the Sahara Desert, Norrex and her team gathered around a campfire with the humans. The desert was a vast expanse of sand, seemingly devoid of life, but the humans had managed to create pockets of greenery even here. How did you come to love gardening so much? Norrex asked Jake, who was roasting marshmallows over the fire. Jake smiled, gazing into the flames. For me, it started as a way to connect with my grandfather. He was a farmer, and he taught me everything he knew about plants. Over time, I realized that gardening was more than just a hobby. It was a way to make a difference, to bring life to places that desperately needed it. Sarah nodded in agreement. It's the same for many of us. Gardening is about hope and resilience. It's about proving that life can thrive even in the harshest conditions. The Valkyrie listened intently, absorbing the human stories and experiences. They realized that extreme gardening was not just about the physical act of growing plants, it was a testament to the indomitable human spirit. As their time on Earth came to an end, the Valkyrie felt a deep sense of admiration for their human friends. They had witnessed firsthand the incredible power of determination and creativity. Before departing, Norrex addressed her team. We have learned much from the humans. Their ability to cultivate life in even the harshest conditions is a testament to their resilience and ingenuity. Let us take these lessons back to Velkar and apply them in our own endeavors. The Valkyrie bid farewell to Jake and his team, promising to stay in touch and share their knowledge. As their ship ascended into the sky, Norrex couldn't help but feel a sense of excitement for the future. Back on Velkar, the exploration team shared their experiences with the rest of their species. The Valkyrie were inspired by the humans' ability to overcome adversity and began to experiment with their own forms of extreme gardening. They applied the techniques they had learned on Earth, adapting them to Velkar's unique environment. Slowly but surely, they transformed barren landscapes into thriving gardens, bringing new life and hope to their planet. The Valkyrie's newfound passion for extreme gardening led to a deeper bond with their human friends. They exchanged ideas, seeds, and stories, fostering a sense of camaraderie and mutual respect. The harshest deserts of Velkar bloomed with colorful flowers, the coldest regions sprouted with resilient plants, and even the most inhospitable areas were transformed into lush gardens. The Valkyrie's dedication to cultivating life in extreme conditions not only beautified their planet but also provided vital resources and improved their quality of life. One particularly challenging project involved greening the arid region of Cloran, a place where nothing had grown for centuries. The Valkyrie used the knowledge they had gained from the humans to develop a new type of resilient plant, capable of surviving with minimal water and nutrients. Norrex and her team worked tirelessly, setting up irrigation systems and planting seeds. It was slow, painstaking work, but they were determined to succeed. Over time, the first signs of life began to appear. Small green shoots broke through the dry, cracked earth, a symbol of hope and renewal. As the project progressed, more Valkyrie joined the effort. The barren landscape gradually transformed into a vibrant garden, teeming with life. The success of the Cloran project became a symbol of what could be achieved through determination and innovation. Years passed, and the Valkyrie became known throughout the galaxy for their extraordinary gardening skills. They credited their success to the lessons they had learned from the humans and their relentless pursuit of knowledge and innovation. The Valkyrie's efforts extended beyond their own planet. They began to share their expertise with other species, helping them transform their own harsh environments into thriving ecosystems. This collaborative spirit brought different civilizations closer together, fostering peace and mutual understanding. One day, as Norex walked through a flourishing garden on Velkar, she received a message from Jake. It was a picture of a new garden he and his team had cultivated on Earth, with a note that read, "For our friends on Velkar, who taught us that anything is possible." Norex smiled, her heart filled with pride and gratitude. The friendship between humans and Velkari had grown strong, rooted in their shared love of gardening and their determination to make the universe a more beautiful place. The impact of extreme gardening continued to spread, reaching new corners of the galaxy. On Earth, the practice had evolved into a global movement, inspiring millions to take up the challenge of transforming their own environments. Communities in drought-stricken areas began to adopt the techniques developed by the pioneers of extreme gardening. Urban centers saw a rise in vertical gardens and green rooftops, bringing nature back into concrete jungles. Even in the most unexpected places, gardens began to flourish. Jake and his team became ambassadors of this movement, traveling the world to share their knowledge and inspire others. They held workshops, wrote books, and appeared on countless broadcasts, spreading the message that with creativity and perseverance, anything was possible. To celebrate the success of the extreme gardening movement, a grand event was organized on Earth. Representatives from different planets, including Velkar, were invited to attend. It was a celebration of life, resilience, and the unbreakable bond between different species. The event was held in a massive botanical garden, a testament to the achievements of extreme gardeners. As Norex and her team arrived, they were greeted by Jake and his team, who had prepared a special tour for their Velkari friends. "This garden is a symbol of what we can achieve when we work together," Jake said, leading the Velkari through the lush pathways. "It's a reminder that life can thrive even in the most challenging conditions." The garden was a marvel of biodiversity, featuring plants from different environments and planets. There were sections dedicated to desert flora, underwater plants, and even a replica of the Chloran garden on Velkar. Each section told a story of perseverance and innovation. As they walked through the garden, Norex felt a deep sense of fulfillment. The journey that had started with a simple curiosity had blossomed into something extraordinary. The bond between humans and Velkari had not only enriched their lives but had also brought new hope to many. As the celebration continued, discussions about the future of extreme gardening took center stage. Scientists, gardeners, and enthusiasts from different species shared their ideas and visions. There was talk of new technologies, sustainable practices, and even the possibility of cultivating gardens on uninhabited planets. The Velkari presented their latest innovations, including a new type of plant that could purify the air and soil, making it easier to cultivate life in polluted areas. The humans, in turn, shared their advancements in hydroponics and vertical farming, which had the potential to revolutionize urban gardening. The event was a melting pot of ideas and collaboration, a testament to what could be achieved when different species work together towards a common goal. As the event drew to a close, Norex and Jake stood together, looking out over the garden. They reflected on the journey that had brought them here and the incredible progress that had been made. "It's amazing to think how far we've come," Norex said, her voice filled with wonder. "What started as a simple visit to Earth has turned into a movement that has changed the lives of so many." Jake nodded. "And it's just the beginning. There's still so much to explore, so many challenges to overcome. But I believe that with our combined efforts, we can achieve anything." The bond between humans and Velkari had grown strong, rooted in their shared love of gardening and their determination to make the universe a more beautiful place. They had proven that life could thrive in even the harshest conditions and that through collaboration and innovation, they could overcome any obstacle. As the Velkari prepared to return to their home planet, they carried with them a renewed sense of purpose and inspiration. The lessons they had learned from the humans would continue to guide them in their own endeavors, and the bond between their species would remain strong. On Earth, the extreme gardening movement continued to grow, inspiring new generations to take up the challenge of transforming their environments. The spirit of exploration and innovation that had brought humans and Velkari together would continue to drive them forward, pushing the boundaries of what was possible. And so, the legacy of extreme gardening lived on, a testament to the power of perseverance, creativity, and the unbreakable bond between two extraordinary species. Together, they had shown that with determination and ingenuity, they could cultivate life in even the harshest conditions and make the universe a more beautiful place.